3 is taking action for your money. As part of the CARES Act, required minimum distributions are being waived this year. I talked with financial expert Carl Carlson about new IRS guidance surrounding that waiver and the benefit of not taking the money out right now.
The benefit is if you have to take the money out under the required minimum distribution, and that's the RMD that everyone talks about if you're over 70 and a half, then you have to pay taxes on that money. And if you didn't need the money, why would you want to pay the taxes? You can put that off into the future. Also, if you are in a position where you had to take an RMD, then you may have had to sell stock, or you might have to sell stock when it's down. And that's another thing you don't want to do. You don't want to sell in a down market if you don't have to. So I'd try not to do that. And those are a couple of the key things, I think, Todd, that if you don't have to take the RMD, probably shouldn't take it for a couple of key reasons.
And is there anyone who is excluded from this waiver?
Well, originally what happened was if you took the RMD already in the early parts of the year, January, February, you had already taken it, you could have rolled it back in under the old 60-day rollover rule. So that person, if they missed that 60-day, then they weren't going to be able to put it back in. However, that person is now being included again. So on June 23rd, the IRS said, you know what, we're going to try to make this a little more fair for everyone. So if you've already taken it out and you've gone past your 60 days, then we're going to come back and include you again. So you're not going to be excluded, but you only have until August 31st to get that money back in there. So if you've already taken a required minimum distribution, you can put the money back in now under the new ruling up until August 31st.
Key date to understand there. And overall here, with this waiver under the CARES Act, you're recommending if folks don't need to take that money out this year, that they leave it, correct?
Yes, so get it back in there so you don't have to pay the tax. Because sometimes also that RMD forces taxes on other things like Social Security. So if you don't need it, don't do it. And if you've already taken it, put it back in and buy while the market is still low so that you'll get this extra return as the market comes back up.